Sleep, the elixir of life, the great energizer. And what are you as a human if you don't have energy? You must have energy to pursue the goals that you deem worthy of pursuit. So sleep is unbelievable. To have the opportunity just to tap out of life, I'm tapping out for 8 to 10 hours, see you later, is brilliant. I really appreciate it, especially at the end of a long day when I'm tired. But on top of that, there's also naps, and naps are phenomenal, especially when your body just sinks into the bed. And I find in naps the most common occurrence when I need a nap between say 1 and 5 p.m. I find myself in that liminal space between sleep and conscious wakefulness. I'm not quite asleep, I'm definitely not awake. My body isn't fully paralyzed, but I can actually feel the relaxation, like waves of relaxation just coming over me. It's brilliant. But I find myself in that liminal space where images are not quite dreams, but they're not quite just words either, abstract ideas. They're sort of half manifesting as images that I can see in my inner mind, and half just words. It's the strangest thing, but that liminal space is very valuable. I find it very valuable. Sometimes I get to flesh out ideas in that space, and it's like, boing, perfect. I have the conclusion of whatever it was I was thinking about in my conscious wakefulness. But sleep is so important. How do we know it's important? Well, for one thing, it just overcomes us. We can't help but sleep. For another thing, all species on planet Earth sleep. And it makes sense, because if you're a species who is a jack of all trades, who can perform your duties and activities in the daytime and the nighttime, then you're going to be outcompeted by those species who specialize in daytime activities and those species who specialize in nighttime activities. So they don't exist, that jack of all trades. So then the body goes, okay, what would we do in our period of inactivity when we're less efficient and less effective because we're specialized to either day or night? Well, we'll go into a state of dormancy, because not only is energy acquisition important for an organism, but so too energy conservation is important. So natural selection has selected for a period of dormancy in the cycle of a day for organisms, where energetic processes are reduced to a minimum, sort of the minimum of what it takes to stay alive. But also, when it comes to humans, physical activity completely reduced to a minimum. Your body's actually paralyzed during certain stages of sleep, and your mind becomes active in a different way than it is when it's consciously awake. And you get to play through scenarios, you get to create scenarios, predict what's going to happen, and almost like rehearse potential situations for the future. Or study past situations or past experiences that you've had and see what you may have done differently should that come up again in the future. So it's an amazing state. And if we want to, which is something I'm advocating for on this channel, is become simple humans and appreciate the simple things in life. I think the simple life is the best life. If we want to become those humans, then we can begin straight away with appreciating and being grateful for sleep. The elixir of life. It is a phenomenal thing to be able to just end it at the end of the day. Goodbye, see you later, and then become refreshed for the next morning. In case you didn't know, I slept well last night. Actually, I didn't. I slept pretty poorly, and yet I still feel energized. It could be the coffee, but I feel very energized, and I feel appreciative and grateful for life.